I just want to say this. This is the 31st Night Out Against Crime anniversary event. For 31 years we've been doing this. And our purpose here is to celebrate the success of our partnership with the New York Police Department and this community. So let's do that. We couldn't have had a better relationship in this community with our police department. So let's put some hands together and celebrate that for one thing. The Pledge of Allegiance will now be done by Joanne Simon.
Good evening. Every year we start the festivities in a solemn way, recognizing our commitment to our country. And so I'd like you to join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Now I would like to introduce, with great pleasure, it is a great honor for me to introduce to you all the Brooklyn Borough President, Eric Adams.
Thank you so much, Leslie. And Leslie has been with us for so many years as well as the president of the 88 Precinct Council, 84 Precinct Council. As well, he comes here and he volunteers his service, and he really personifies the energy of Brooklyn and what Brooklyn represents. When I was elected in January, he sat down with me and just told me about the whole public safety aspect and his relationship with our precincts, and the commanding officer in the 84 is just really, you cannot measure that. We thank you very much, Leslie. Continue to doing what you're doing. Let's just give Leslie a hand. Thank you. It was Leslie's idea to talk about using this day, National Night Out, to have the bike safety helmets and give out free safety helmets. You know, the mayor, myself, Assemblywoman Joan Millman, and so many other of our leaders were really concerned about the number of traffic fatalities, the number of people who are injured who utilize our streets. And so you see behind us is the giveaway, the free giveaway of bike helmets. And so if you ride as much as I do, I am an annual bike sharing rider. I ride often to and from the Borough Hall. If you do ride, it's important to wear a helmet. And so grab a helmet behind us and sign up for it. It's a free exchange. We want to thank DOT and others who are a part of the whole campaign around Vision Zero. So I just want to read the proclamation all over the city. We are engaging in National Night Out so that we can understand the importance of public safety. Many of you know, before becoming a member of elected service, I served for several years as a police officer, retired as a captain. I remember the nights of being able to open the doors to the precincts and other locations so the public can engage with their police officers. We are really blessed to have such fine men and women who provide public safety in the city of New York. We sit in the shade of freedom because often they water that tree with their blood, commitment, and dedication, and we cannot thank them enough. We want to thank the captain, the commanding officer of the 84 precinct that's here with us, the police officers that are around. You know, many of our officers that are here. You know, when I became a police officer in 1984, 4 of my first cousins followed me into the police department, and we all retired, including my younger brother who retired as a sergeant. There's no more noble service you can provide to the city of New York than to put on that blue uniform and patrol the streets of the city of New York. An officer wears a bulletproof vest daily to protect our families. and we cannot thank them enough. And so, on today, we want to read this citation. Whereas it is most fitting that we recognize those extraordinary individuals who are committed to the upholding and enforcing the laws of our society, maintaining public safety, and cooperating to improve the quality of life in our communities. And whereas all of Brooklyn joins together for the 31st Annual National Night Out Against Crime, an evening dedicated to promoting involvement in crime prevention activities, police-community partnerships, and neighborhood camaraderie, sending a clear message that neighborhoods are united in the pursuit of safety, and where all Brooklynites join together to thank the men and women of New York's finest who have made tremendous contributions and sacrifices to keep our residents safe. And whereas on behalf of all Brooklynites, I salute the 8th 4th Precinct, including its commanding officer, Captain Maximo Talentino, and its community affairs officer, Detective Salvatore Torrete, and P.O. Frederick Mitchell, for their ongoing dedication and commitment to ensuring that Brooklyn is a safe place to raise healthy children and families. I commend them for their participation in this national initiative to advance police-community relations in partnership with individuals like Leslie Lewis and the members of the 84th Precinct Community Council. I applaud them for their unwavering efforts of devoting their lives to protect and serve our communities. And I thank them for all that they do and have done and continue to do every day to keep our communities safe as one Brooklyn. Now, therefore, I, Eric Adams, President of the Borough of Brooklyn, salute the 84th Precinct. I thank them for what they do, and we are thankful to have such a great law enforcement community in the Borough of Brooklyn and the City of New York. Thank you very much. Give them a hand, please. We also are joined by our district leader. I'm so grateful to see her. Joanne Simon is also here with us as well. So we're going to take a photo with you. Is that okay? We're also joined by the council person of this area, my good friend Steve Levin. So let's turn it back over to you.
I want to introduce to you Deputy Commissioner Susan Herman from the NYPD.
Your name again, Susan.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hello from Brooklyn. So, I bring greetings not only from Commissioner Bratton, but also from Mayor de Blasio. I'm actually going to read a proclamation from the mayor. Whereas New Yorkers are fortunate to live in America's safest big city, protected by the world's best police force, collaboration between the New York City Police Department and our communities has always been essential to keeping our streets safe. Today, the City of New York once again joins the National Association of Town Watch to celebrate our successes in public safety with National Night Out, America's Night Out Against Crime. Whereas more than 37 million people and 16,000 communities from across the United States, Canada, and military bases worldwide are expected to participate in block parties, vigils, parades, and other events as part of the 31st Annual National Night Out. In every borough, neighborhood leaders and residents will come together with local law enforcement and emergency personnel to show our shared commitment to protecting communities against crime. The night's activities will also raise awareness about the programs that unite the NYPD and the people it serves. Whereas, when we deepen the relationship between police and community, We give New York's finest the tools and information they need to fight crime more effectively in a way that lifts up all of our residents. On behalf of the City of New York, I offer my deepest thanks to our brave NYPD personnel, precinct community councils, volunteers, and all of the partners who are building a safer and stronger city. Now, therefore, I, Bill de Blasio, Mayor of the City of New York, do hereby proclaim Tuesday, August 5th, 2014, in the City of New York as National Night Out Against Crime. Bill de Blasio. This is the proclamation from the Mayor that I'm going to turn over to our wonderful and able precinct.
Yes, I'll do.
You are welcome.
And our great Assemblywoman Joan Millman.
I think we've been doing this event nationally for 31 years. I think Leslie Lewis has been here for every one of those 31 years. If not, it's close. Now, all the people that are in line for food just came off the line to get helmets. At least at the 8-4 precinct event, you get something. You wait online and you actually get something for your time and your attention. So keep at it. Don't get off the line. You're going to get something good to eat. Now, I have a proclamation, and you know what? I'm not going to read it. I'm going to tell you a personal story. About a year ago, I was protesting the closure of Long Island College Hospital, and it was considered civil disobedience, and I got arrested. And I got arrested by the cops from the 8-4, and they couldn't have been nicer. They did their job. I got handcuffed. It's not pleasant. They took me to the precinct house, put me in a room. They processed me. They took away my identification. They ran my records through something. Came out okay, because they released me. But it's an indication of how the cops in this precinct, under their CO, treat every member of this community. Whether you live downtown Brooklyn or Borough Hill or in Fort Greene, wherever you live, you get treated with respect and dignity, the way every single New Yorker ought to be treated. So I want to take this moment to thank the officers and the CO from the 8-4, because we're very fortunate to have them at our backs, because we know the kind of work that they do every single day in this precinct. So join me in giving them a round of applause.
Speaking of the CO, at this time we'd love to hear from our commanding officer, Captain Telletine. Captain?
Good evening. Hello, everybody. Hey, come on, let me hear some noise. This is National Night Out. It's important that we take time to reflect on certain things. I want to thank, of course, the Borough President and all the wonderful elected officials who have been great partners. My Deputy Commissioner Susan Herman of Collaborative Policing for coming out here. This is fantastic. It's a great day. The food is going to be great. And if you're a biker, you stop and get a helmet. All right, we want to make sure that you're protected when you're out riding your bike. All right, Sir Robert Peel said at one time that police at all times should maintain a relationship with the public that gives reality to the historic tradition that the police are the public and the public are the police. We rely on that relationship as the crime and quality of life concerns affecting our community, yours as well as mine. This is my community. We need to work on them so that we can achieve desired goals. National Night Out, a national event, National Night Out Against Crime, as you know, is a national event. It's a reminder of the commitment that the community and the police working together in partnership can make a difference. You know, that's why all the supporting agencies are here. And I gotta say, the elected officials, the supporting agencies, is what makes my job so much easier at the precinct. What makes my job so much easier is when the community gets involved in the issues that they want us to address. So I want to thank Leslie Lewis for all the work that he did to put this together, plus all the continued work that he does at the 84th precinct to make it a place where everybody can be respected, can come in. And I've always said it, the precinct is not my precinct, it's yours. The station house is your place to come in. I'm just a super for right now. Please come into the 84th if you have any questions. But Leslie, thank you so much, and I want to thank everybody for showing up. Thank you, and thank everybody, and fantastic. Have a great night.
And again, our councilman from the area, Councilman Steve Levy.
Good evening, everybody. Well, it's a great pleasure to be here at the National Night Out with the 84th Precinct. I want to acknowledge our fantastic commanding officer, Captain Max Tolentino, and his great precinct, very dedicated police officers and detectives, the community affairs officers, Sal and Freddie, who were always there anytime any of the elected officials need them, any members of the community need them, always there, attentive and making sure that their concerns are being heard. I want to acknowledge the great work of Leslie Lewis and the entire community council, who dedicate all of their time on a volunteer basis, not compensated in any way, but are dedicated to what Captain Tolentino just mentioned, which is the concept, the idea, the ideal that community and police working together makes our city safe. That is the hallmark of who we are as a city. It is a collaborative policing. It is making sure that all voices are heard and that safety and respect are paramount. So I want to thank you all. It's a beautiful night. Enjoy the festivities, enjoy the entertainment. I'm going to be a little secret. I will be coming back a little bit later with the seniors from St. Charles Jubilee. But there's going to be some great entertainment tonight. And thank you very much, Mr. Borough President, for hosting. You do a wonderful, wonderful job in leading our borough. And enjoy the wonderful night. Thank you.
Thank you. We have a few more electeds and representative elected. My good friend Joan Simon. And then we're going to hear from a representative from Public Advocate Letitia James and a representative from my good friend Senator Montgomery's office in that order.
Thank you, Mr. Borough President. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Inspector. And thank you, Leslie Lewis, who's President of the 8-4 Precinct Community Council. I've known Leslie for probably about 30 years. And I can tell you there's nobody who works harder for his community than Leslie Lewis. And I want to give him a shout out tonight as well. I live in Borough Hill. The 8-4 is my precinct. It is where I have gone when there's been a concern. It is where my community has felt welcome and has been a part of making our community safer. And I just want to thank all of you for coming out tonight, for participating in this evening, and for making sure that our neighborhoods are safe places to be. And when we have difficulties, we know to reach out to our New York's finest, our NYPD. And we are led so ably by the police precinct here, and the inspectors that Inspector Tolentino is one of a long line of terrific people in the 8-4 precinct that has made this area so wonderful and so welcoming for everyone. So I want to thank you again and salute all of you for coming out and participating in National Night Out Against Crime. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Fernando Fernandez, and I'm here representing Public Advocate Letitia James. Ms. James sends you greetings. She couldn't be here tonight. She had to cover a number of precincts in the Bronx, and that's why she sent me here. We brought a certificate for the 84 Precinct Council meeting and to thank the work that Leslie Lewis has done for so many years. And I also like to call over the captain, Maximo Tolentino, to come by my side so that we can give him this proclamation from the Public Advocate. The proclamation reads, Thank you on this night of celebration, National Night Out Against Crime, to the 84th Precinct and all its members, on the public advocate Leticia James. Thank you.
Today to celebrate community policing. The community and the police working together to solve problems, depending on each other to keep our community safe. The 84th Precinct has done very well, as well as their head of their community council, Mr. Lewis, right here. And on behalf of the Senator, we want to thank you for all of your hard work, and look forward to continuing that hard work to keeping the quality of life here in this part of Brooklyn and all of Brooklyn excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, listen, just one last thing that I want to say. I know I'm getting a lot of the awards, but the credit goes to the men and women of the 84th. You got some of the finest cops in the city. They're here, and you know, I couldn't have gotten this without their input and their effort out in the street to make sure that this is a safe area. Thank you.
Thank you. Just for a moment. Into the microphone. Just for a moment, raise your hands, members of the Community Council. Where's our treasurer? Our star, who's our treasurer? There she is. This is our treasurer. She does a lot of work on the council. And Tony, where are you? Our vice president. Right here. Somewhere. I don't see him. Oh, here he is. Over there. All right, and somewhere we have some other community council members. I don't know where they are. But these people help me, and they do a good job. And I want to thank them. Okay, you're very welcome. Okay. All right, folks, I think that now we will begin to entertain you a little bit. Now, is the, you people? Ellen? No? Yes? All right, then you. All right, then. Shall I say the ballet group? All right, the ballet group from the Skimmerland Street Ballet School will now do.
Greetings, I'm Lynn Parkerson, the founding artistic director of Brooklyn Ballet, and I just want to let you know to look us up at brooklynballet.org. We have a summer program beginning on Monday for 3 weeks, and all of these young ladies will be a part of that program, but we have all levels of dance, and we have an ongoing school during the year, and so I really hope you'll check us out, because it's all about fitness, alignment, health, and artistic creativity, and dance really provides all of that. So we're going to do a little piece of Rhapsody in Blue choreographed by one of our wonderful faculty, Miss Patricia Foster.